Hey, this is Oliver, and this is my first video, and this is something that it's been on my heart for a long time, and I've seen all the other videos that have been on YouTube, and it just moved me really strongly to tell my story, what has happened to me and what has been happening in the past in my life, and how that it could create the possibility of creating something transforming and wonderful for everyone out there. That's why I'm putting this out in the universe, and I'm calling it my story video, and I want to be able to have it go out to millions of people, so that I can get that connection and feedback from them as well, and that we can create a community of my stories. Then that way it will release us from what we had lived in the past to create a new, not say new because it's transforming, something that is transforming and powerful, that will move the world. So I'll just say a little bit about myself. So my story is simple. My name is Oliver. I'm from Houston, Texas. I was born and raised in Houston, Texas. I'm the youngest of 8 kids. Wow, 8 kids. My mom and dad, I love them dearly. Even though they're passed and gone, I still miss them. And I thank them for raising all 8 of us. I grew up in Houston, youngest of 8. We lived in pretty much middle class, I guess, area, I guess you'd call for Houston. They were hardworking, couple, and we all took care of each other. My brothers took care of me, whatever. But we had no privacy, obviously, as you know. 8 kids in the bathroom. But all through my childhood, I had my brothers and sisters around, but I just, when you're, I guess in my neighborhood, I just felt I had some insecurities. I guess every kid has that when they're growing up. And it's one of those things where they pick on you and stuff, and you take it. You take it, and you keep taking it. Not to say anything, I was a jock ever since I was 7. Soccer, baseball, football, whatever it may be. Scored the most touchdowns, scored the most points in basketball. Middle school, high school quarterback. Point guard, leading scorer on the team, leading scorer in soccer, striker, all that stuff. But underneath, I didn't feel complete, or I didn't feel like I was adequate enough. And I think people can relate to that, to where it does hurt when you're a kid, when people say things. My brothers and sisters probably didn't even know what was going on. I was going through, changes with my dad, who, I got my ears pierced when I was in 9th grade. He went ballistic, I guess maybe it's the times and things like that. And, and it's just like when you're a kid, my parents were older, so you just wanted some, connection. But I guess when you're a teenager and you're parents and you just, hormones and all these other different things are going on, my brothers, luckily, my brothers, they would tell me everything. If it was drugs, if it was girls, if it was drinking, come to them first, hey, break it down to you. But, it was just something in me that I just you can't express it, you can't tell them. You feel embarrassed, you feel, like you don't have, anyone to talk to. Middle school, high school, those angst of, my freshman year was my best year. My junior, sophomore year was crazy. I was one of the most popular guys in the school, and I wasn't even trying to be beyond me. And then my junior year, it was I could feel it. I could feel it just like a wave just starting to go down because it was just not in. Wasn't into school. Wouldn't it be? Even though I was on the varsity football team and all this other stuff, it was just like, So my senior years got to the point where I quit. I quit football. I quit. I just couldn't take it. It just not to say anything about it, but you know. You know, I didn't graduate high school. You know, I ain't never told nobody that. Nobody. Maybe one person that I don't even remember, a stranger. It's kind of funny you tell a stranger something, but you wouldn't tell somebody really close to you. And I'm not embarrassed about it. I only had 2 credits left, but I just couldn't take it anymore. I just wasn't for me. I didn't fit anymore. I needed to go forward. So what happened is that it was a reason. I worked maybe a year or 2 just working fast food places and stuff, and then one holiday my sister came up from New York. She was just on vacation, and she had a talent show. She said, "Hey, I'm hosting a talent show at this high school I used to work at, go to. You want to come along?" So I said, "Yeah, I'm not doing nothing. Not coming along." And then I was just hanging out with her. I know what to expect or whatever. The next thing I know, this kid got on stage with a keyboard, and he did Prince's "I Would Die For You." And that was it. As soon as I saw that, I was like, that is what I want to do. I was just like, and she was like, what? I was just so excited. And the next day, my brother, he used to play in this funk band, he took me, I said, I want to get a guitar. He took me down to the pawn shop, and there was, I saw this yellow Telecaster. I said, that's it right there. Man, I remember that. I remember I ran home that same day, just started playing, and didn't know what I was doing. Eventually, I was just like, I got to take lessons. I got to learn how to play, and go ahead and go on and do what I got to do. So eventually, I got lessons. I learned, took private lessons, and I said, I got to learn how to play the right way. So I auditioned for this school up in Minnesota. Got accepted. Went up there and played. Finished. It was hard. I mean, first time away from home. First time on a plane. I got there, didn't know what I was doing. First time I ever saw snow. Snow. Wow. I had a great time, great people. I spent the time there that I needed to. I got what I needed, and I went on to, I got auditioned for another school. I auditioned for MIT. Not the MIT in Berkeley. MIT Musicians Institute out of Los Angeles. So I had got accepted into there. So I wanted to save money. I didn't want to go directly. So my sister was in New York, and I said, "Hey, can I come stay for a while? Probably temp or whatever, save some extra money before I move on out to go to school." So yeah, I did. So I went on out to the school. I really didn't like it. I was just like, it's just the same thing I went through before. And I talked to my friend back in Jersey. He was like, "Hey man, you've been jamming. You need to actually get out and jam and do what you got to do." So what I did was I just moved back to New York and just made my way around. Just started doing what I had to do.